السلام عليك يا أبا عبد الله وعلى الأرواح التي حلت بفنائك عليك مني سلام الله أبدا ما بقيت وبقي الليل والنهار ولا جعله الله آخر العهد مني لزيارتكم. السلام على الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين.
بهترین سرزمین کربلا کربلا.
Karbala at Arba'een is a place you witness true unity. You witness Tawheed. You witness a glimpse of paradise. You know, the humanity that exists between the hosts of Arba'een, who are the Iraqi people, and the guests of Arba'een, who is everyone else that comes and visits. It's indescribable. You know, even if we don't share the same language or the same culture or the same skin tone or anything like that, but it's love that brings these hearts together, and you see it here, you feel it here, you breathe it here. You have human beings who don't know one another, but this individual is ready to give everything to serve you. Why? Because you're in love with the same beloved, and that's Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam.
زائرا در این مسیر اولئک هم المخلصون و عند ربهم یرزقون. نوای ما حسین یا حسین، قدم قدم ستون ستون بهترین.
One of the very moving experiences in which I see that is when the Iraqis send their little children. You know, some don't even have shoes. You know, with like dusty feet and dusty clothes, they send them into the roads to serve the visitors of Imam Hussein alayhi salam in any way they can. And we often speak about Tawheed. It's easy for me to lecture about Tawheed, but to live Tawheed and to breathe Tawheed, this is something that I've only seen in Arba'een.
Karbala, Karbala, Karbala.
In this walk, we learn skills that we need if we want to move forward as an ummah and overcome the oppression that we're facing as an ummah. You know, a person who hasn't overcome the oppressions against his own self, how can he overcome the oppressions against his brothers and sisters? And this walk is a great practice for that. So this walk is like a preparation in which you practice being patient, you practice mercy, you practice forgiveness, you practice strength, all the qualities that you need to overcome the oppression within yourself and also the oppression that's taking place in the ummah around us. The world has a beginning, and that's Tawheed, and it has an end, which is also Tawheed. We've been promised this by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We've been promised this in the Quran. We've been promised this by Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. The world will end up in a state of unity and Tawheed. Now, the sacrifice of Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam in Karbala is related in a very deep way to that ultimate end. And it's a story related to both the past of man as well as the future of mankind. The final stand of Imam Sahib al-Zaman alayhi salam, in which he'll gather all of humanity under a Tawheed, will be in the name of Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. This is very, very significant. When a person wants to lead a revolution, they have to use a slogan which will move people. If I want to start a revolution in a country against an unjust system, and I use a slogan which no one understands, no one knows about, no one feels anything about, that's not going to work. The fact that the slogan of Imam Sahib al-Zaman alayhi salam in his revolution against dhulm and against shirk, which is a global revolution, the fact that this slogan is going to be the name of Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam means that when Imam Sahib al-Zaman alayhi salam appears, the world will know Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam, and the world will have a deep connection with Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. So when he appears at the Kaaba and says, surely my grandfather al-Hussein was killed while he was thirsty, this will shake the hearts of people because they'll know exactly what that means.
دور از وطن وای 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 کشته دور از وطن دور از وطن وای دور از وطن وای دور از وطن وای کشته دور از وطن دور از وطن وای دور از وطن وای دور از وطن وای 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 تشنه سقارتم.
We're seeing this happening. Arba'een is getting bigger and bigger every single year. It's getting more and more every single year. The world is coming to know who Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam is. You know, not only Muslims, non-Muslims also. They take part in the walk. They look up to Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam because he's a role model of all humanity, right? This is very significant. This shows that we're getting closer towards the zuhur of the Imam. However, the important part of this equation is, what role will we play, right? That end is promised to us. But how quickly that will happen, how much more innocent blood needs to be shed before that happens, how much more oppression needs to take place before that happens, that's down to us. We can speed it up, or we can make it to be delayed. So this walk, it shows that the world is moving towards that direction, but it's also a reminder for us that we need to play a role and do our best to speed up that promise of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Arba'een Karbala Karbala